Hi there! So today I am going to be putting together a grow light stand that I got for Christmas from Sweet and 80, and I'm down in my basement, so the lighting is kind of not that great, but I do have a nice window right here. Max loves to stare out the window there, so he's probably scratching up a storm on that thing. But anyway, I've got the box down here with my grow light stand, and I can't remember how many shelves are on it. We just got it off of Amazon, or Nate got it off of Amazon, and my plan is to start some seeds on it this winter. And I don't even know what I'm gonna grow, to be honest. I haven't even looked into it or anything. Probably some annuals. I might try to grow some annuals myself just to take the burden off my sister a little bit, but I'm sure she'll probably end up growing me some too. But I kind of have never really done this before. I've always had my sister grow me stuff, so I never really have had to. But I've got this great room down here in my basement, and I just thought it'd be fun to try to grow some things myself. So Nate and I are gonna put it together, and we'll take you guys through the process. So let's go. So this is like my little room. This is gonna be my room in our basement once we get it finished, but I have kind of all my junk over here. My grandma's old piano. There's that pine cone flag I made. Some hydrangeas that I've dried. All my cool pictures I'm saving. This is actually a picture of my mom's piano, and it's my great-grandma's old piano, but it's just kind of like an iconic looking set of keys in our family. But anyway, this is where I'm going to be setting up my grow light stand right here. I thought I would stop for a second and just show you what it's supposed to look like. But basically 6 shelves there, and it has rollers on the bottom, and then all those cords that are kind of hanging down in there, those are the cords that will attach the grow lights that came with it. So yeah, it says grow light installation drawing. So that's what we're going to be putting together.
Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? I got a rifle and a $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill. There's a soda pop and the dancing spree. If you wanna have fun, come along with me. Say hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Steady. How's about saving all your time for me? No more looking, I know you've been taken. How's about keeping steady company? I'm gonna throw my date book over the fence and buy me 1 for 5 and 10. Keep it till it's covered with it, 'cause I'm writing your name down on every page. I said hey. about cooking something of a meal.
We got them. As you can see, I ended up taking the tall one apart because it was just really tall. I mean, I could have got a ladder and stuff and got to the high shelves, but they had an option B and C in here where you could either do that, which I ended up doing, or you can do this cool little like shelf thing. So I ended up just doing that because I thought it'd be easier to get to. And then I did lose basically one shelf that way for lighting, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think, because I'll just put this one up against the window, so that will be my one shelf that I like missed out on. But basically, we hung these lights up by these chains right here, and I'll come in here and like make all this look nicer so it's not hanging down. But they give you the option of attaching this straight up to here, which I might end up doing, but I'll wait until I kind of get my feet wet with growing some things and seeing what I want to do. But it was really easy. You just clip this chain onto wherever you want it, and then it came with these clips and you hooked it to the clip which hangs the light. You connect these two lights together, and then it sends it down to these two lights, which are connected right there. And then you come down here, it's plugged in, and then you can turn it on and off. So it's pretty sweet. I'm excited. Now I gotta figure out what I want to grow. Alright y'all, it is a couple of days later, and I had ordered some seeds online from Swallowtail Seeds, and I just kind of randomly went in and I didn't really think too much about it. I got enough to get the amount that you had to get for free shipping, and then I checked out and I was like, okay, that's good enough. But they just came in the mail, so I'm gonna open them up. And then I thought, I'm actually on my lunch break right now, but I thought as I sit here at my desk, maybe I could go back through on the website, look all these seeds up, and show you pictures of them and just kind of talk about each little flower that we're gonna plant up this year for 2024. All right, here is the packet of packets. Right, I'm so excited about this. Take my glasses off. Okay, I'm gonna start by organizing them. We'll see. I don't know if they're in order. Again. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different plants, and then in some of those different plants I have multiple varieties. So we will start with the geraniums, and I'm just gonna grab it and put it up on the screen. You can't really see it. I brought you a little closer so that you could see it better. I think that's all right. Anyway, this is the MAV Rose. This is a zonal geranium or a pelargonium geranium. I'm really excited about these because I'm hoping if they do well, then I can overwinter them like I have done my other geraniums. But it says sow in 2-inch pots or cell packs, press into soil and barely cover. Keep at 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Germination is within 7 to 14 days. Bottom heat is beneficial, which is great because I got a couple of heat mats as well for Christmas from Nate. Keep soil moisture high until seeds germinate, then reduce to a moderate level after germination. Keep seedlings in the 70s during the day and in the 60s at night. Transplant into the garden 1 feet apart after all danger of frost has passed. Pretty exciting! I won't read every single packet, obviously, but those instructions do go for all 4 of my geranium packs. So I got Rose, and then the next one up is Scarlet. We'll close that one out. And Scarlet is probably my favorite one because it's more red. I just love red in my garden. And so I'm pretty excited about this one as well. So on here it says, classic geranium color in a compact package. MAV Scarlet produces huge 5 to 6 inch bright red flower clusters above lush, well-branched green foliage. And yeah, I love that right there, that classic geranium color, the red. It reminds me of Mackinac Island, one of my favorite places to go. They just have red geraniums galore. It's just so classic, so iconic, and so I had to get that one. The next one I got is MAV Pink. So we'll go back and check that one out. This one I love because it was very similar to the Rose, except for it was a little bit lighter pink, and then it had that whiter eye in there, I guess. So I was pretty excited about this one. But this one says, looking for an eye-catching pink geranium that will bloom and bloom? Look no further. MAV Pink produces bright, almost hot pink flowers with a lighter eye and 5 to 6 inch flower clusters held above a classic scallop green leaves. So I'm pretty excited about this one as well. I love just the classic pink and then that little touch of the white. And then the last MAV geranium I got was the coral. I was trying to decide between the coral and the salmon, and I went with the coral because, so this one is the salmon, and you can see it's really pretty, but it's kind of a little dull, I guess. It's gorgeous. In the right spot, it would look just absolutely gorgeous, but just remember that color. And then this is the one I picked, was this. Well, of course, it's not very big. I'll try to blow it up so you can see the color better. But I loved this one because it was a little bit brighter of a salmony coral color. And then also I loved this like kind of ring around the leaves like that. It has like a darker, almost like bluish ring around the edges on the leaves. And I thought that looked really, really pretty. And I thought that would look good in my garden somewhere or in a pot or something. So those are the 4 I got. Rose, Pink, Salmon, and Scarlet. All right, let's move on to my next one I got. This is the big begonias. There's only 10 in each packet, and I hear these are very, very difficult to grow. My sister grows me these every year, and they usually take twice as long as everything else that she grows me. And so I'm probably gonna have to start these like soon, like ASAP. I do have to go up to the Home Depot and get some seed starter mix, so I'll probably start these first. But anyway, big begonia, and I got, oh, I should have got dragon wing. Oh wow. Where are they here? Big begonia. Right here. And I plant these every year. They do amazing in my garden. They last all season long. Tried and true plant. You can plant it in the shade, part shade, full sun. They're drought tolerant, but then they can also take quite a bit of moisture. And after a while, the leaves actually, if they're in the full sun, the leaves actually start turning the same color as the bloom, which is really cool. I got the big red with the bronze leaves, so that's that one. And it says, sow in cell packs for flats, press into soil, do not cover. Light aids germination at 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so these will for sure have to go on that heat mat. Germination in 14 to 60 days. Bottom heat improves result and is recommended. Transplant 1 to 5 feet apart. They get pretty big. I got 10 seeds in there. These are also big red begonias, and I got 10 seeds of that, and then that's a beacon. I got that in the wrong pile. But anyway, so I got 20 seeds. That's it. I just wanted to try them. I'm probably going to have my sister grow them for me too, but I just personally wanted to kind of see how they would do. Let's move on to the next pack that I have multiples of, and that's Beacon Impatiens. So we'll go back to the search. All right, we'll go to Impatiens. So there's lots of different varieties of Impatiens here. There's Athena, Beacon, Solarscape, Extreme, Lollipop, and New Guinea, which I love New Guinea. I got the Beacon Impatiens because the Beacon Impatiens were bred to resist downy mildew. And I used to plant Impatiens every year, and I loved them so much. And even though every year they would get downy mildew, I would plant them anyway. And then there was one year I was just like, you know what, I'm not wasting money on these anymore. I'm done with Impatiens. And I found out about this newly bred variety just, I don't know, maybe like 3 years ago. Like I said, they bred it so that it can resist diseases. And it sure does for me. Anyway, so I got 3 different kinds. I got bright red right here. Love this color, classic red. Nothing fancy, but boy, does it sure look good and pop in your garden, especially if you need some brightness in shady areas, which Impatiens are great for. You can plant these in the shade, and believe it or not, I love to try different things in my garden. I tried these in the full sun, and they did great. They were a little bit more stunted in their growth, but they had a lot more blooms than the ones in the shade. So I would say my ones in the shade were about like that tall, and then the ones in the full sun only got about that tall, but they were just covered in blooms. They were beautiful. I am in a zone 4 or 5, so I can get away with planting them in the sun, but it does work. And then I got Rose, and I had this color last year as well. My sister grew me these, and they were also super beautiful. I loved this color. It was a nice little contrast from all the red that I usually plant. So I got the Rose, and then I got Coral. So go back and look at the Coral. So that's the Coral color, and I really loved that. And I'll just read the planting instructions. It says, sow in cell packs or flats, press into soil, and do not cover. Light aids germination, kept at 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Germination is in 10 to 20 days, not too bad. Transplant 8 to 12 inches apart after all danger of frost. And each one of these packets has 30 seeds in it. So I've got 90 seeds. Moving on, I've got some one-offs here. This is the Cleome. It is the Queen Mix, this one right here. And I planted this in my garden probably like, I don't know, 6 years ago or so, and it keeps reseeding itself every year. However, I noticed this year it wasn't as prolific and strong as it normally is. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna order some more and plant some more because I don't want it to like completely go non-existent eventually. I just expect that it's gonna come back now every year. And don't get me wrong, it did look really, really pretty this year, but like I said, it wasn't as strong as it usually is. So I'm hoping that I can plant some more and just keep it going. But this one says, sow in cell packs or flats, press into soil, do not cover. Needs light to germinate. Germination is in 10 to 21 days. Can direct sow after danger of frost. Lightly covered 3 inches apart. Thin to 18 to 24 inches apart. Love this plant. And there's 500 seeds in here. So I'm never gonna use that many. But next up is Cosmos. I love Cosmos. I just think they're so beautiful and dainty. So for the Cosmos, I was kind of debating on getting a mix, like pink, white, purpley kind of reddish mix, or this yellow Xanthos. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. Xanthos, I'm not really sure. But anyway, I just really loved this yellow, and I don't really have a lot of yellow in my garden, so I thought this might be really pretty next to the pink or red or something like that. So I went ahead and just got the straight yellow, and it says sow in cell packs or flats 4 to 6 weeks prior to setting out. Keep in 75 degrees Fahrenheit germination in 14 to 21 days. You can direct sow in rows after danger of frost, thin to 18 to 24 inches apart. And there are 20 seeds in this packet. So pretty excited about those just for that nice straight yellow color. I just think it's super precious looking. All right, next up we've got Joey's Lambtail. I've seen this in a mixed container somewhere where Nate and I was visiting, and I just thought it was just so cool. And I've been wanting to try it. I'll just read it for you. It says soft lavender and white flower spikes. Blooms late spring until frost, so super long. Great cut flower. I think it's really cool looking and almost reminds me of a, I don't know, salvia or celosia or something like that. But the foliage on it was really neat too. These pictures don't really show you the foliage too much, but I really loved the looks of that foliage. But anyway, it's called Joey Lambtail Petoltis. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It says sow in cell packs or flats, barely cover. Light aids germination, kept at 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Germination is in 5 to 15 days. Transplant 8 to 10 inches apart after danger of frost. There are only 5 seeds in this packet, so I'm really hoping that they all survive. The next one I got is Big Blue Salvia. My sister usually grows me Victoria Blue Salvia each year, so I'll probably have her grow me some of that. But I wanted to try these. There's only 10 seeds in here, so we'll see how they do. But this one is called Big Blue Salvia, not Victoria Blue. So I'm really excited to try this out. I've only ever done the Victoria Blue, which I love, and it actually returns now for me from year to year, depending on where I have it in my garden. But anyway, I'm pretty excited to try this. It says extremely showy, brilliant blue flower spikes, blooms nonstop from July to frost with little maintenance. That's so true. It gets a decent height. Big Blue Salvia is bigger than nearly all other seed-grown annual salvias. Plants thrive in hot, dry conditions. Easy to grow, sun-loving, great for borders, patios, containers, attracts bees, hummingbirds, butterflies. It just goes on and on and on. This is such a great plant, and so I'm super excited to grow it because it says it grows bigger and better than all the other varieties. So we'll see how it does. It says sow in cell packs or flats, press into soil and do not cover. Needs light to germinate, kept at 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Germination is in 14 to 21 days. Transplant 20 to 24 inches apart. Like I said, there's only 10 seeds in this packet. Last but not least, I had to get some of this blue cap sea holly. My sister grew this in her cut flower garden last year, and it was just the neatest thing. I loved it so much, and in her garden, I believe it's a perennial. I believe it comes back for her every year. So I'm pretty excited to see if it comes back for me. I don't know, we will see, but I'm willing to try. And I got this blue cap one right here. It's just this kind of true blue color, which you don't get very much of. You know, a lot of the blues are almost like a purple looking color. Even that blue salvia we just looked at was almost more on the purple tint, but this is more of a blue, true blue color, and it has like almost like a thistle look to it, which I really love. It reminds me of like a gomphrena, or kind of like even a straw flower or something like that, and it dries really well too. It says blue cap sea holly is easy to grow, iridescent, bright blue, spiny thistle-like flowers, blooms July to September, superb cut flower, fresh or dried, grows 3 feet tall, so that's pretty awesome. Winter hardy to zone 5, so hopefully it will come back for me next year. We'll see. I am a zone kind of 4 or 5. It combines nicely with butterfly weed, echinacea, giant foxglove. That would actually be pretty if I put it with like some white echinacea and red geraniums. I feel like red, white, and blue. I might have to try that. Anyway, it says sow seeds in 2-inch pots or cell packs, press into soil and barely cover. Needs light to germinate, kept at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Germination is usually within 4 weeks, so that's a little bit longer. If not, put pot inside Ziploc bag and place in refrigerator for 4 weeks. Return to 70 degrees to germinate. Transplant 18 to 24 inches apart. So there you have it. Those are all the seeds that I got. And like I said, I didn't get very much of anything. I just kind of wanted to get my feet wet and test out the waters a little bit for fun and keep myself motivated and busy over the winter, although I'm usually pretty busy anyway with my job. But this will just kind of like get my hands dirty, get my fingers in the dirt, and get me excited about what's coming in the spring. Because like the song that we sang at church this weekend, the winter storms make way for spring. And then it goes on to say, I've seen the evidence of your goodness all over my life. And boy, is that true. A lot of times we feel like we're just stuck in these winter months and it feels like this cold, sad, gloomy time. But boy, underneath that ground, stuff is still alive. It's just sleeping. And pretty soon in the spring, you're gonna see evidence of what it's been doing for the winter months, and it's gonna be so good. The winter storms make way for spring, and it's gonna be here soon. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you're having a great day, staying warm, having fun, and we'll see you soon. Bye.